let's talk about a player that we already mentioned in today's show. Has been out of favor at his club recently, and I don't know if you saw this report, but it was a report by Tuto Sports. They are
Mm-hmm.
linking this man, Victor Boniface. They are linking him with a move to Juventus in the Italian Serie
Mm-hmm.
A. Smilai,
Mm-hmm.
he has won the league. He has lost the Europa League final. He has won the German Cup. Would a move to Juventus be a good step in the career of Victor Boniface? What do you think?
Yeah, yeah, it's a step up. For me, I think he's going to be going with the big money now. I don't know how much they went, how much they bought him from, Sengolia to
Mm,
Bayer Leverkusen. But now he's going to be commanding like a bigger transfer and probably what bigger sign-on fee and also what
contract.
salaries too. So the contracts too. So I expect him to be like it's a big move, it's a step up. Juventus are primed to qualify for the Euro Champions League. This though they are still shaking, chased by Ranieri's Lazio and the Bachiru's, Ranieri's Roma, Bachiru's Lazio. But for me, they can still play the Champions League. So Juventus are trying to rebuild. So if they are signing him as their star player, I think he's going to be there, to go and prove himself well. But the bad thing for him is this: the last 2 seasons, 3 or 4 seasons, Nigerian player did so well in the Italian Serie A. Victor
So there will
Osimhen
be
was arguably
expectation.
the best. The expectations, from on brings of Boniface. So, in my own opinion, I just think that he's going to be going there with his shoulder pad high. I mean, they know with my shoulder. That thing is trending. So it's coming with the big reputation that Nigerians have performed well here before too. I can also do my own thing. So for me, I think it's a good move for him.
No, I mean, from Bayer Leverkusen to Juventus, you can't really knock that kind of move. Before last season, nobody was really looking at Bayer Leverkusen as this top club or as this fantastic club.
Hmm.
We also know that Bayer Leverkusen are more than likely going to lose their coach that transformed them in Xabi Alonso. So why not? It seems like a good time for him to leave. Maybe Juventus pay like 45 million for him, give him an upgrade in his
Hmm.
salary. He moves to Turin. Fantastic. I've never been there before, but from what I have heard and seen, it looks like a nice city. And just another adventure for him in his journey. I think it's going to be very interesting. Like you said, Juventus are on the rebuild. They are not competing for the title this season, but we know that Juventus, they are supposed to be the big boys in in
Hmm.
Italy. They've just dropped off over the last few years, but they are supposed to be the big boys in Italy. And even if they don't qualify for the Champions League, I don't think it's the worst thing in the world. We know that Boniface, put him in the Europa League and he will make things happen. So nobody is even complaining too much about that. I'm sure even he would relish the opportunity to be able to score 7, 8, 9, 10 goals in the Europa League as well. Although the Champions League is the big stage where obviously everybody wants to play. And I think it'll be a good addition to the squad. I think it will be a good step for him. It will be a chance for him to get back on a good track, for him to do some quality things you know, in his career and be able to build back up again. Right now, the only forwards that Juventus really have are Vlahovic, Kolomwani, Milik. Vlahovic might stay, might leave. Who knows? Kolomwani is a good striker, but I'm sure Boniface can compete with him. So I think it will be a good option for him, and they have some other quality young players like Turam. McKinney is okay. Um, George West boy is decent. Maybe they can sign one or two other players. So it'll be a good step for him. A new country, a good experience. He can score like 20 goals in Serie A. What do you think?
Yeah, for me, 20 goals is going to be very big for him. So I
If he
hope he
can
can.
stay fit in the
Maybe
whole.
if he can stay fit, that is it. If he can stay fit, that is it. If he can, even if he can stay fit, yeah, that's it. I think he can
Give
score
us
it.
twen-
He can
give
score.
us
At least
20 goals, five
he will play
assists, or
against.
give us 15-10.
Yes, I think he's going to be against Como.
Akomo is a good team. Oh.
So yeah, I know. So he's going to play. He's going to play. No,
I
Monza
mean,
is
but
relegated.
they'll still play against some, the Veronas of this
Yeah,
world, the
yeah,
Empolis,
yeah.
The okay, Empoli are getting relegated as well.
Even,
But
even
Lecce, Verona, Parma, Cagliari, Genoa, all those ones. Even Okoye's with the Nizza itself. If you give them.
even Anthony Conte's Napoli second
Hmm.
season, his second
It's
season is
usually
also
not
very
as good
bad.
as the
So it just
first.
yes, first season is very, very good. Second season is
Mm.
very bad for Anthony Conte. So for me, I just think that if I'm to advise him, he should look away from the Saudi
Mm.
money for now and go. I don't think Saudi is even there because I'm hearing that they're about to sign Bruno Fernandez. I don't
Bruno
know
Fernandez is not going to go to Saudi now. Come on. He won't go to
you think so?
Saudi. Man, you will not even let him go.
If they give him 1 million
If
per
how
week,
much are
he
they
will
paying
not
to
go.
Man U? That's the
No,
thing. Man
that's
U won't let him go. He's the only good player they have right now.
if I, as I'm saying now, it's probably some Fernandez
About Bruno
reporting it.
Fernandez to Saudi.
Yeah, he's saying that it has been a target for 2 years now. Last summer too, before he signed the new
Bruno is
contract.
not going to. Man U will not let him go. Man U will not let him go. Unless they give Man U like 120 million or something. That's the
Hmm.
only way I think they can
Hmm.
even consider it. Bruno is their only good player.
Hmm.
If Bruno goes, tell me why Osimhen will join. No go pass ball giver.
Hmm.
Like no, Bruno won't go. I don't take that one seriously. But I mean, honestly, it doesn't. If I'm sure if Ata Aneke, if he puts it out there that Boniface is looking for a Saudi club, teams will still come for him now. Are you telling
Hmm.
me Al Khulud cannot sign him or uh, Al
Hmm.
Hilal or just one of these outs that is looking for somebody? They can Al Ettifaq, one of these guys. They can just sign him and be their star man. So it's not all the Saudi teams that have star players now. Some of them still need one star player. This Al Fayed
Hmm.
now that is paying Onyekuru all that money. You think they will not rather pay the money to somebody that will actually do well for them? So, they really just carry that money, give Boniface. But I mean, I hope he ends up at Juventus. Sha. I think of all the clubs that they've linked him to, I think that one is one that seems the most realistic to me. And also, like
Hmm.
on paper, I'm just like, okay, it all adds up, it all makes sense. Juve, I don't know how much they'll offer him, but I want to believe that they have more financial muscle than Bayer Leverkusen. So I think it can be a good step for him. I really do think so. I really do think so. And I'll be excited for
Hmm.
him, Sha, because you guys know I like Boniface. Even sometimes if I like
Hmm.
him more than he likes himself. But but I is someone that I wish all the best, and I want to see him do well. Because for me, one thing, see, the kind of footballer I like all those footballers that entertain and that you can just say there's some people that you just see them on the ball. You don't have to watch a full match. You just watch them for 5 minutes. You know that this guy gets he get them for leg. He can play ball. Boniface is one
Hmm.
of those guys that you just look at him, you're just like, this guy can play ball. Obviously, at the highest level, is more than just ability. Your commitment, your desire, your
Hmm.
efforts, your professionalism, your attention to details, tactics, your thinking. A lot of things happen that affect your performance. But from a talent point of
Hmm.
view, Boniface is not lacking talent. He's very, very talented. So I like him, but I need
But
him to, all the backing that I've been giving him for all these years. As a fan, you have to, your fans are supporting you like this, you have to pay them back with your performances. You cannot allow them to look
mhm.
stupid. So I hope that he goes there and
Yeah,
does a good job.
for me, I have to just
Okay.
say something quickly, and you have triggered me to say some few things. Talent is not
Mm,
enough. To actually be a top player. Talent is not enough to stay on top of your game for so long. Discipline and character are very important. You have to be a thorough and a good professional to stay on top of it. We have so many talented players in Oshodi and Adegunle, you know, but some of them could not even make it professionally because of what? Of their character, of the way they actually work, the way they carry themselves. So, in my own opinion, I think that apart from even being talented, there you also need that character to sustain you to that high level. For me, he's a top class player. He just needs to be more. He needs to know that how good he is. And how well he needs to stay on top of his game. If you was answer, how many seasons did he shine? How many seasons did he shine? So it needs like 5 solid seasons before we can actually count him as okay, elite. So, and for me, this season he didn't
It
do
did
well this
okay
season.
this season.
Hmm. For me, for me, though the team was poor
Yeah.
too, actually, but I just think that overall, this level that he has actually was set up for himself, he didn't do well
No, I
before
mean
summer
it
contract.
didn't match his previous
So
standard.
he didn't match his previous this thing. So for me, I just think that he needs a new start. Even you look at it now, Bayer Leverkusen, they will need a go. They will go and be bringing
Those
ID.
ones they've lost the plot.
They've lost the plot.
They don't know
They
what's going
don't
on
they
again. They've
don't
lost the plot.
he, they don't know what is going on again. Is I think the marriage is already over, between him and the Bayer Leverkusen. So I just think that I don't think the manager, is even maybe they have already instructed the manager to just work with the ones
Mm.
you have. I don't know. I don't know what really happened, but from that
Yeah,
January
since that
Saudi
time
thing,
everything just scattered. Yeah.
everything. eh, he did something. He went to bring him in the when that Saudi move failed. He brought
Next
him
game.
on.
Mm.
He started the next game. Well, that was just to show flashes.
Because I think
No,
I even think the
since
reason
that.
why I played him in that next game is because they had asked him in the press conference that, oh, is this still part of your plans? Then and they were just like, well, football, anything can happen, but it's still our player, so we still like everything. So he played him the next match. From that time, he said, yeah, I beg, good job, Ben. So
But I mean,
you'll be bringing me
that's
on
how
for five
the
minutes per game to come and do what?
yeah, that was
Mm.
really embarrassing. That's how the move.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
It's like the time now the Wingate drove to he drove to this place. It was a QPR parking lot. He's ready to transfer. The
Yeah.
transfer did not happen. You now have to cover your face and go back and say, guys, I
Mm-hmm.
beg you, yeah, take me back. You know, I don't know. I mean, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
there has to be some more that happened behind the scenes, more conversations that were had. But
Mm-hmm.
since that time, things just went south. Things just went south. So
Mm-hmm.
I think a new vicinity, a new league, new challenge is always a good thing. I mean, it's always a good thing in life. You have to challenge yourself. Now, this is a boy that has played in Nigeria, went to Norway, went to Belgium, went to Germany. Italy is not bad. Do a whole tour of Europe. Then maybe from Italy,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his dream is to play La Liga. So from Italy, maybe if he does well, he can join Atletico Madrid or something. You know, who
Mm-hmm.
knows? Who knows? Shout out to Greg.
Mm-hmm.
Greg is asking a question. It says, or he's not, he's saying, looking at Boniface style of play, I doubt if it is going to be a good move. Italian league is tougher than the German league. Smith, like, what do you think? Do you agree with Greg?
It's tougher. The defenders in Italian league, they are more mean compared to the
Yeah.
German
They
Bundesliga.
won't give you all that space.
So they won't give you a but Lukman did not do well in
But it
the
did well in the
Bundesliga,
league.
but they performed so well in this. So it depends on the manager. That's one strike
Mm.
you would say. So I think that I can still do it. But the issue is this: there is more distraction
In Germany than in Italy.
in Italy, and there is this big Nigerian contingent from somewhere in Italy. So I would where it comes from, So so there's more distraction in Italy than in Germany.
Oh, you think there's more distraction in Italy than in Germany?
Yeah.
Hmm. What I mean, for me, I think he can do well in the league, honestly. I
Hmm.
agree with you. I mean, everybody knows that the Italian Serie A is usually considered to be like the most defensively sound of the
Hmm.
European leagues. Their defenders there are mean, are rugged, are strong.
Hmm.
But Boniface is also a strong player physically. He's a technical player.
Hmm.
Tactically, maybe he has steps that he can take in terms of his tactical awareness and tactical discipline, those kinds of things. Learning how to read the game better. He definitely has steps that he can take. But I think there's no reason why he cannot do. If a player like Moise Kean is banging in goals left and right for Fiorentina,
Uh,
I think Boniface has a good chance. Even if he goes there and he plays like a Lukaku with his physicality, trying to bully players, I think he has a good chance. Maybe if he improves in the air a little bit, look at what somebody like a Tammy Abraham was doing before this season.
uh,
Um, I think he has a good chance. It's not going to. I mean,
I mean, Abraham is not doing anything.
that's why I said before this season.
Okay, yeah, okay,
you know, I mean, when he first joined Roma, he scored 27 goals or something now.
yeah.
So not just Milan, we stop in shine. You
Eh?
know,
Oh, he stopped himself.
but I think he can do well. It's all about locking in, put your head down.
Mm-hmm.
Like even if there are 10 million distractions, you have to focus on the goal. It's like
Wearing glasses.
if you marry, you don't become blind. You go still see fine babe.
Mm-hmm.
When you go out, you will still see many, many fine babes. But you have to keep on reminding yourself that you are a married man. You have something at home that you cannot afford to lose. So you keep reminding yourself. You don't think that, oh, well, my wife is going to stay with me regardless and go and do something. No, you have to maintain your dignity and protect your family, and
Mm-hmm.
think about your family in every decision that you make in your life. So I think obviously for someone like him, I hope that he doesn't think that he has arrived.
Mm-hmm.
I hope he realizes that he still has steps that he needs to take. I hope he realizes that he didn't do well this season, so he needs to do times three next year. And if he knows all those things and he is motivated, and his desire is still there to be a great player, excuse me, then it's just about locking, focus on the goal, score us 15 goals, give us 10 assists, and let everybody start talking about you the way talking about you before. Look at even Fabrizio Romano that we're talking about. That last season, every 2 weeks, Romano go publish story on Boniface. Boniface has scored again. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
see, that's the thing with this life. That's what I tell these Nigerian players. They don't appreciate people like me, people like Smith Layi, that talk about them consistently, that always think about them. You can't be appreciating Fabrizio, appreciating all these skit makers. I don't care. Because you're a star. Once you stop being a star, they don't send you, Baba.
Mm-hmm.
They don't send you for 1 minute. When last
Mm-hmm.
did Romano tell you anything about Boniface? Now
Mm-hmm.
it's
Yeah.
Osimhen. Osimhen, if he's talking about Africa, Osimhen. Yeah, maybe you talk about Lukman here and there, you talk about Salah and his contract. But once you are not on the top of your game, these Oyinbo people, anything concern you. They will
Mm-hmm.
just put you to one side. Even all these people that don't watch football, that don't care about football. Now where they keep you in the limelight, where they talk about you week in, week out, they make sure people are up to date with what's going on in your life. You go to look or say, we they beg you for something. Don't let me, don't let me vex. But I wish Victor Boniface all the best, man. I wish him all the best. Just focus on the goal, man. Lock in. I know that he likes playing around, but reduce the. At some points, even Osimhen had to reduce the playing around. Just
Mm-hmm.
reduce the playing around. Play when it's good to play, not every single day. Play. I remember after he scored that last goal and he told everybody to shut up. Since that day, he never scored
Is
again.
that
Like,
is that the never score? He never score.
No
Even
need
the
for all
play.
these, no need for all these things. Just
There's no
focus on
use.
the job and
Show
just
your
do your job.
workings.
Exactly, show you're working and deliver for Nigeria too. Because at least even if club no they go well, but you they score for
If
Nigeria,
probably go well, score against Rwanda.
Nigeria people go still hail you, say, okay, at least he's scoring for us. So he
Uh-huh.
needs to lock in, man. He needs to lock in, and I hope that he does, man. I hope that he
Mm-hmm.
does. Maybe I'll have a conversation with him this summer. Nobody say I'm not. One thing with me is that even the players that I like, I have Boniface's number. Like he's someone that I can reach. But I know my lane. I'm not your agent, so nobody me will give you transfer advice. I'm not. You did not hire me as manager, so I'm not the one that is going to be telling you how to live your life. But certain things here and there that I just feel like I can chip in small, I can just give you opinion. Maybe when it comes to something about your brand or when it comes to something about your lifestyle, those kind of things, I could just they choke them out small, small. But I don't like to cross my boundary when it comes to anybody. If you don't, if me I don't send you, if you don't send me, so do your thing. I go just they observe. But if I care about you, small, 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 just say, slow this down a little bit or reduce this thing, things like that. But I'm rooting for him and I'm rooting for him and I hope that things go well for him.